This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the moves. That's why you gotta make your own moves.
Whoa, what's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Sock. Checking back in, man. Shout out, man. I'm back to my original shit. Standing up, giving y'all the vibes, man. It's cold in a bitch in here, though, right now. I'm just playing. Live little background. Shout out, man. It's a snow day in Texas. We don't have too many, but shout out to today, man. So what happens when you get sick in prison? You know, just because you go to prison don't mean hell, you don't motherfucking get sick, you know, catch cancer, break bones, or hell, just get a common flu, cold, and just be real sick. It happens in prison too. It's a big difference. When you get sick in prison, you pretty much on your own type shit, you feel me? Now, there is an environment where if you have a good cellie and y'all living in the cell together type of shit, your cellie will kind of help you out if you get like the flu or if you throwing up real bad, if you got a good cellie or whatever and y'all done built time. But if you in there with a motherfucker that's just trying to do his time and you do yours, if you get sick, hell, hope you don't die. Cause he gonna have to make the funeral arrangements. and your funeral arrangements, he's probably just gonna write a letter. But all right, sickness in prison, y'all. Sickness in prison, man. Right now, it's a big topic because just right now there's a lot going on in prison with sickness and illness due to the fact a lot of people forget coronavirus is out here in the world, but also coronavirus and COVID-19 is now in the prisons, is now affecting the prisons by masses. Unfortunately, I got caught up in that coronavirus bullshit, so I actually got locked back up. So in February of 2020 last year, I got locked back up and sent to the county. Coronavirus wasn't popping like that yet. Right when I got in that bitch, I would say like 2 weeks later, the shit hit the fan and they start getting like word from the government that nobody or the institutions were not to release anybody for the simple fact until they put a hold on all releases or anybody coming in or getting out whenever the first cases started affecting the institutions. So, I mean, where you couldn't get out of jail, but you can get in that bitch, you feel me? So, everybody up to speed that don't know that story, I got out after doing 9 years and then they still had me on the ankle bracelet, well, house arrest. They still had me on house arrest, you feel me? And wouldn't let me take my daughter nowhere. Long story short, she made good, real good in school, made good grades and shit. I bucked the system. So what they call it, I bucked the system and took my daughter to the arcade. Hell, it was well worth it. She had a good time, I had a good time. I still took my black ass to jail. I still got violated for that and went back to jail, but hey, it's past me now, I took care of it. But during all this, that was the worst time to go back to jail because I didn't know nothing about the coronavirus, you feel me? So I hit the Dallas County. Now I'm in here just on a regular violation, parole violation. You feel me? So I'm going through the preliminaries. You know, my parole officer got to come down there 2-3 days, talk to me, let me know. I find out that they hit me with like 14 violations. Long story short, y'all, I beat all that too. We'll talk about that later. So they come down here, hit me with all these motherfucking violations. I'm like, damn, that's some bullshit, you know. I had somebody that was really going in on my ass that was on the parole board. He was a supervisor. His name was Pruitt. Fucking Pruitt. Arnold Pruitt. That was his name. Hold on. I know this off subject for a second, but to that supervisor that gave me hell after I came home from the penitentiary serving all my time, just made shit hard, sent me back to the jail. Fuck you. I'm free now. Life is good. For short, man, he trumped up a bunch of charges and made the guys that was working for him put a bunch of charges on me. I'm in the county. Where I'm trying to get at is, so Corona is hitting hard now. It's hitting the county hard. The first few cases come in, the inmates is panicking. Everybody in the county, we panicking because we don't know much about this shit. We see guards, they walking around with masks on and gloves. So, you know, everybody in the county flipping out like, damn, y'all coming in this bitch with masks and gloves. Y'all not giving us shit. You feel me? So that's how we kind of catching on what's going on out there in the world. They coming in with masks and gloves every day, and we don't have it. I said it took about a month, you know, of a lawsuit being filed in Dallas County and some more shit before they started passing out us masks. They gave us one mask a week, one little mask a week. You had to wear it, one of those little blue masks a week, and you had to wear it in the tank or in the pile or whatever. But that shit didn't help at all. Wasn't no real cleaning chemicals. So if you catch any kind of, so if you in prison or jail, and there's any kind of illness or diseases or viruses going around, your number one prevention is yourself, man. There ain't nobody there that's gonna take care of you like yourself. So like I mentioned, we in the county, now everybody freaking out. So every day, I didn't even have masks yet or gloves, but I'm peeping the guards, peeping game, what they got going on. So every day, y'all know me, I'm coming at that bitch. I'm strapped up shouting, man. Niggas laughing and shit. What you doing, man? Hell, shit, I'm doing what the guards doing. You better catch on. nigga, they got gas. They got gas going through the vents to kill us all, nigga. And you talking about what I'm doing, nigga? I'm doing what the guards doing, nigga. Won't get me like that. They talking about some corona shit. So anyway, so I'm in the county fighting this shit. I say about 3 weeks, 4 weeks go by, and now it's time for me to be released. I done went to my parole board hearing. I done went to my parole board hearing. Sat in front of the committee, explained to them everything that was going on in my life. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm out here doing positive things. I just took my daughter out. Long story short, they was like, what the fuck? You shouldn't even been back in jail, son. You know, this and that, but we don't get into all that. And they let me out. They put immediate release, you feel me? Also, I cut my leg monitor off. And usually you don't get back out when you cut your leg monitor off. But I told you it was more to my situation. I cut my leg monitor off due to the fact they tried to arrest me, and with my son was newborn. They tried to arrest me, and I got a newborn son. And so I ended up cutting my leg monitor off for a little bit, and I called them to let them know, look, I can't go to jail right now. I have a newborn son. His mother's fucked all the way off. She's nowhere around, and I need something, you know, I need time. So long story short, I bought time and got him situation, and I went to jail. And now I'm in the county, so you feel me? So it came time for them to get ready to release me. Parole board then voted, Austin then voted. Everybody say, okay, boom, reinstate. We're gonna let him go home. You feel me? Now I'm supposed to be released within, you know, typical 2 or 3 days. I would say the word came down from the word came down from the governor to shut the states down, the bars, everything. So now I'm getting ready. You know, I already been in this bitch going on about 29 days, which ain't shit if you already did all that time, but it is. If you ain't been in a while, you already been back in the world, and you fresh back in it, you know how it is. You ain't feeling this shit, so I'm ready to get up out of here. But I say 3 days go by, I'm wondering, I'm like, damn, what's up? I go hit the guards, tell them, hey, I'm not supposed to be home, supposed to get out. They tell me, well, there's a stop right now. There's a ban because of coronavirus. Coronavirus, when I tell y'all, they tell me there's a stop right now, and there's nobody with violent charges can be released, getting back out on any kind of parole. That's what they told me. Nobody with violent charges can be released on parole right now due to the governor's orders, you feel me? So I'm like, damn, what they talking about? Prison. I'm not getting out of motherfucking prison. I was already out here. I'm back in the world. I'm already on parole. I'm just trying to get back on parole. It didn't matter. So I had to stay in jail for 2 more weeks. I had to sit in jail for 2 more weeks, just dry sitting, waiting to be released until that lift was up, y'all. So that's a subject that's skipped over, but it's a big subject that's out here right now, coronavirus, you feel me? And right now, my brother that's got a life sentence, I talk to him every day, and it's getting bad down there. So coronavirus is taking over the institutions right now, and me thinking back how it was when it came to medical attention, getting medical attention, there's so many guys down there with so many different issues. It's very hard to get medical attention. So your number one prevention of getting sick is yourself, you feel me? I I just can only, I remember the few times I did get sick down there. It was the worst days of my life. Wasn't no nurse coming in with tea and fucking juice every day, taking my temperature. Hey, is everything okay? You good? No. So let me tell you how it worked in prison. So if you get sick in prison, say if I'm dying, I got the flu, I'm coughing, snot, bubbles, I got a fever. You can pretty much feel my head. I got a fever. It doesn't matter in prison. You have to still. If you get sick or you feeling symptoms that day, if you fucked up that day, you have to write. You have to write a sick call, and you have to write a sick call. Tell them what's wrong. I have a headache. I have a fever. Whatever. Put it in the box. Then when you put it in the box, 2 days later, you'll get a piece of paper back with a lay-in with a date to come to the infirmary to get healed. To get a checkup. To get an appointment for your. To get a checkup for your, your problem, your issue that you having. But the only thing with that is, if you dying sick, don't feel good, you drop an I-60 3 days later when they calling you in. Hell, the human body adapts so well that in 3 days, you done figured out how to motherfucking nurture this shit. 3 days, you feeling good, or you coming down off it, you really don't need shit. That's how they weed out the bullshit. So if you got a fever, common cold, anything like that, they don't really give a fuck about that shit. You gotta be dying to go to medical. Meaning, you just had a fight, your shit swole, busted open, bleeding, you just got stabbed, some other shit, because they deal with medical inmates on a daily. Especially those psych patients, man. We just talked about those. Psych patients, they are the truth, man. But that's how it works in prison. So, like I said, man, if you get sick or you have any kind of medical conditions in prison, you pretty much assed out of luck. Because remember, you're in a society where nobody pretty much know you except for the people that you know from the streets, homeboys, and they ain't family, they don't love you, none of that shit. Nobody cares about you. Everybody cares about themselves and going home. That's it. So if you get sick, you gotta thug it out, baby. You gotta thug it out and nurture yourself, fix yourself, you feel me? It's a lot of guys down there with cancer, because in Texas they they give you a certain kind of juice. And this juice contains a lot of saccharin, and they have the signs up, warning signs, everything. This juice causes cancer over a long period of time. No, I don't never drink it. I just drink water, you feel me? That's what they give you. They know this shit has known to cause cancer. They'll tell you it's known to cause cancer in rats. It's just known, and you still have the option to either drink this juice or drink water. You feel me? That's the barrel of prison. Hey, you get the last of everything. You feel me? Come to getting sick. That's my son. So when it come to getting sick or any kind of medical attention, getting any kind of medical attention in prison, you gotta be pretty much broken hand, broken arm, busted lip, something you gotta be going on. You feel me? Them to see you right that same day. 9 times out of 10, if you get sick in prison, you gotta fill the purple paperwork out. By the time they call you to go in that bitch, hell, a week later, you walk in that bitch, I'm good now, you mad in the bitch. You mad in the bitch. Call you down there, you go in there and shit. What's going on, Mr. Walker? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay now, motherfucker. Shit, it's 3 days later. I wasn't okay when I wrote this, motherfucker. Shit. That's when you should have asked me if I was okay. Should have called me the day I wrote this song, bitch. For real, that's what you be wanting to say to the motherfucking nurses and doctors and shit, because the doctor only shows up twice a week on the unit. Once or twice a week on the unit, man. If I'm lying, I'm dying, y'all. And the rest is all nurses, you feel me? They relay the information to the doctor. It's all bullshit, man. So don't get sick. Your ass get sick, you out of there. But hey, man, it's been real. Don't go to prison. It's been real. Don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button, man. Fuck with the kids. Shout out, man. Until next time, it's your boy Sock checking out without the coronavirus, man. Y'all be safe out there, man. 2021, fuck coronavirus.